The tension throughout U-48 was palpable as the boat approached the Irish coast. Our orders from FDU were to insert this operative and remain undetected. The coastline was completely bare, no villages around, and no lights from cars. The only thing that could make this insertion better was a heavy fog bank, but we had to work with what we had. If everything goes to plan, U-48 will insert the spy at around 3 o'clock in the morning, giving us plenty of time to make for deeper waters under the cover of darkness. Once completed with the insertion, U-48 will head toward the northern channel where she will search for enemy shipping. Thus far, we have only sunk one ship this patrol. I would like to fire off a few of these eels before returning back to home port. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard U-48 as we continue our second patrol in the North Atlantic. It is early October 1939 and U-48 is closing in on her destination. We are to drop off an operative off the coast of Ireland, and we are incredibly close to that position, about 13 kilometers out now. We haven't picked up anything else. We sunk a freighter up here to the north in grid AM58. And since then, we've done a couple of frequent hydrophone checks and have not picked anything up at all. So the coast looks relatively clear as we approach the bay here. Should be relatively easy. Hopefully it's nice and dark, 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's actually increase our speed to standard. I'd like to get there a little bit quicker because at this point we'll be arriving at 4 in the morning. That's a little late. We definitely want to do this under the cover of darkness. So we'll get a move on here. 30 minutes later and we have arrived off the coastline. We can insert the spy. Let's go ahead and send him to the coast. It's going to take 20 seconds for him to pack his bags and get off our boat. Once he is off, we will probably patrol the northern coast of Ireland for a little bit, see if we can pick anything up heading out of the Irish Sea. There he is. He's going with this little motorboat. Still nice and dark for him, thankfully, and now we are good to leave the area. So let's move up this way and up around like so. Yeah, I definitely want to patrol right here just a little bit. I would like to engage some more shipping before making the long journey around the United Kingdom and heading back home to Wilhelmshaven. We have yet to expend any of our torpedoes. So we have a full complement, and it just feels wrong returning to home port without using at least a couple of these. We just received a report about our objective. We need to shoot a radio message off to FDU, so we are going to do that now. One thing I also want to show off is I got a new mod, and this is a journal mod. It automatically journals everything we've done, and as you can see, here is everything since I've installed the mod. We can also add all sorts of stuff if we wanted to this, which I found pretty cool. We can add new careers, new journal entries, and whatnot. But for now, I like this. Pretty cool to see, and a very interesting mod. The one thing I really wish we had in U-Boat, and this is like the perfect way to implement it, like a chart showing us how many kilometers a ship will move at how many knots. I do love those sorts of things, and it would make intercepting really quite a bit more interesting. Anyway, we just shot that radio message off to FDU. Everything seems pretty normal throughout the boat. We are looking good. Let's check the journal entry and see we are now all ahead 2/3. I could delete this. I could also add to it. Hello, or whatever. Yeah, pretty darn nifty. Just definitely an immersive mod to have. Since U-Boat's full release, I must say the modding community is really starting to knock it out of the park with some pretty cool features. Well, shortly after, we've received a message from FDU. Captain, we have received reports that the enemy has become aware of your mission. It is highly likely that the enemy will attempt to intercept our boat. In light of this new information, we are ordering you immediately to make your way back to home port. As you make your way back, we advise you exercise extreme caution and maintain a vigilant watch for signs of enemy activity. We will be monitoring your progress and standing by to provide any support that you may need. Good luck. Okay, well, I appreciate your fears. We are still going to patrol the northern channel here for a little bit before heading all the way back home. There's no way they are keeping a good track on us. If anything, let's increase our speed. All ahead standard. We'll drop down to 35 meters, do a quick hydrophone check, make sure no warships are closing in on us, and then continue on our patrol. Hydrophone check is underway. If anything, I want to maintain this depth. We're going to keep our hydrophone operator on station, and we are going to stay submerged for probably an hour and a half. All ahead slow here. All ahead slow. Yeah, we'll maintain this depth, stay underwater for a bit, and see if we pick anything up. Want to make sure the coast is clear before continuing on. One thing I would like to do, could I get a reading, depth under keel here, please? I want to see how much water we have to play around with, just in case there do happen to be escorts out there. Also, let's turn to the west real fast, clear our baffles. Current depth is 30 meters. Okay, depth under keel, 56 meters. 56 meters under the keel, which is very good to know. Okay, perfect. So we can go down to about 80 meters or so, and hopefully we'll not run aground. Well, it turns out we are in fact being hunted. An aircraft has been spotted, contrail spotted. Let's sink some ships. Michael, that is absolutely the wrong thing we are going to be doing. Crash dive. Get under quickly. It is noon. Okay. Dive, dive, dive. I want to get you on the radio. Shoot this off as we submerge if we get the chance. Let's take a look here. What's the bearing of this contact? 195. 195 degrees. Oh, jeez. Hello. Okay, come on, get under. We are being shot at. We are being shot at. Oh, shoot. That's not good. What about crash dive? Do you guys not understand? This is... We gotta work on this. Thankfully, that was not a good shot. We are diving. Get on the hydrophone. Those depth charges landed, what, 30, 40 meters in front of us. Sign an additional sailor here. Down to 34 meters. Check depth under keel. Let's see. Let's see if there's another pattern that's about to be dropped. Okay. We are not getting a good echo sounder reading. That's... Okay, Wolfgang clearly doesn't know how to work the echo sounder. That's fine. Get onto the command station then, buddy. We'll stay down here, reduce speed. Yeah, that crash dive time was not good. Not good at all. If we go to the boat specializations here, we need to start putting points into diving. But each sailor with this specialization speeds up the diving process. This is something that when we get experience, we are absolutely going to prioritize. Because, man, that was atrocious. Well, folks, bad news. We have picked something up, a group of warships bearing 240 degrees. I want to come up to periscope depth. And we're going to check with the observation scope and see if that aircraft's still flying around. If it's not, we are going to surface and move at full speed. Hopefully, these warships are just a bunch of corvettes. Let's take a listen. At 240. There they are. Doesn't sound like they're moving too quickly. Let's check around us. Oh my goodness. Well, that's something. Is that an aircraft flying above the water? That was loud. Those are our own electric motors. Okay, we're at periscope depth. Wolfgang. You can't get on the, you can only get on the attack scope. No, there we go. Observation scope, please. Get on the observation scope. Okay, it's coming up, and my goodness, what are you doing? Improved depth keeping. My goodness. Approaching like that. Unacceptable. This crew is going to get us killed. Certainly not my decisions. Okay, we're up. Scope rise anymore? Negative. Do a quick scan. They said 240. Not seeing anything out there. Want to really just scan the skies, make sure that plane isn't just right overhead. And the observation scope can pretty much look directly above us as well, which is very nice. Can't see much up there though. I've done a complete scan now. The coast is looking pretty clear. Okay. We should be fine to surface. Surface the boat.
Anblasen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Wolfgang.
Meter.
Ja.
Downscope. Lower it. You can get onto the command station now. As we come up. 3 knots, increase speed.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
All ahead standard, all ahead full. Wolfgang's getting onto the bridge. I want Kurt Hoffman onto the bridge as well. You hop onto the radio. And let's raise the RDF antenna. See if we can pick anything up with that. Never be too careful. And away we go. Look at that thick smoke. Our diesel engines are billowing after just surfacing. Aircraft 030. Center this. 030. How far? I don't see anything. They're saying a contrail's out there. Is it closing? 020. 018. I got nothing. 014. I don't know how they're seeing any of this. 10 degrees. Okay, we got it. It maybe, hopefully, is flying away here. 5 degrees. Hopefully it doesn't spot us. We'll see. I think it's moving away. It's probably that same plane they just spotted again. It was operating around us for quite a while. We are conducting a routine hydrophone check, and I have found something. That is a rather distinct chugging noise. They are far away, it would seem. Off to 135. Yeah, somewhere over there, it would seem. Let's go to the map and take a look. Bearing 135. And this is a relative, so they're somewhere down here. They can't be that far away then. Let's change course and surface the boat. All ahead standard. We are going to sprint for, let's say 30 minutes. It is 1626 now. We will dive again at 1700 and see if we're any closer. And we also will find out which way this contact is heading. We got something. Through the Ouzo, smoke on the horizon. Bearing 320. I cannot make out if that is a freighter. Let's change course. New heading 137 degrees. That'll bring us around. Actually, 299 relative. Yeah, there's that smoke. Okay. We actually managed to find something on the hydrophone that I heard before a hydrophone operator actually picked up. Looks to be a lone contact. Let's do a quick sweep. 360 degrees around the boat. Make sure that is the only smoke we can actually see out there. It does look like that is it. One lone contact. Take a look at the map. See what we're working with. Okay, so they were heading to the northwest. They're off in this direction somewhere. Probably not that far. Probably somewhere around here, heading that way. Perfect. That is good enough for me. Center the Uzo. Where's the smoke? What bearing? 020. Good. We should be moving to cut them off now. No mass on the horizon. This very well could be a warship. It is putting up a lot of smoke, though. Okay, well, let's prep torpedoes. Let's see, you. What are you up to? Who knows what you're doing? Come over here. Start maintaining these torpedoes. We should have enough duck gun ammunition to utilize that as well if we need to. The diesel engines are just hammering away. I would like to move some food into the galley. While I'm just looking at it, more cheese, more potatoes. There we go, just fill everything up there. We have 48 rounds of armor-piercing ammunition, which is great. Whenever you get a chance, start lugging that up to the deck. Yes, begin moving that. He's moving that. He'll move that, and then I'll have him maintain the torpedoes. We should have plenty of time to do both. We got something over there. It is English by the looks of things. You can see the funnel. Only one single freighter. One single freighter. That is a large freighter as well. Center stack. So mast, structure, funnel, mast. Bring up the recognition manual here and take a look. That's probably, yep, sailing from the UK. Not a coaster, that's for sure. Fishing boat freighter. I think it's, could be a tanker. Let's see, tanker. War class, that is her. We found a tanker. 7,000 tonner, top speed 16 knots. Well, if it's a tanker, we may just utilize the deck gun. If it is indeed unarmed. Let's see, where are you at? You're on the deck gun right now? Okay, he moved all those shells up. We may be able to get them to abandon ship. If that's the case, we'll plug a nail into the target and sink her that way. If not, we will utilize the deck gun. Well, this is insane. I've just realized I was trying to have my engineer here maintain this. Can't do this because a wounded sailor is in one of the bunks. Albert Voss here, who was wounded a while ago, unfortunately, in those rough seas initially, is just laying here with his busted arm, and apparently he can't walk, and we can't drag him out of the way. So, what? It looks like tubes 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 here are not going to be able to be maintained. Wow. Okay. That is unfortunate, but I guess we have to deal with the consequences of my actions. And my actions were staying on the surface in rough seas, despite the warnings from the crew. Taking a look at the ship, though, it does look like she has a platform for a rear gun. She does seem to be unarmed, however. So we are going to utilize the deck gun. Let's change course. New heading 020. Relative, please. And that should line us up nicely. At least 2 of our eels are maintained and ready to roll. Let's try to establish how far the target is. Bring up the recognition manual and recognize it as such. Try to do this despite the waves bouncing around. There we go, set. Still 8 kilometers out from our current position. We just received a report, damage on board. Something is broken down. The diesel engines, are we running them too hard? What is busted? The gyro compass. Okay, well, Hoffman's working on that. Stuff is just breaking down constantly. Okay, I thought the engines were busted up for a moment, but it's just a gyro compass. Not entirely critical at this moment in time. I will say, with everything breaking down in U-48 this patrol, Hoffman is getting a good amount of experience repairing things, so good for him. The enemy freighter has started to zigzag. The good news is I do not believe they are actually shooting at us, as they are indeed unarmed. That's good confirmation. Let's get one of our sailors on to the deck gun. Kurt. Yeah, you get up there.
Herr Kapitän.
Get up there. Kurt Hoffman. Excellent repairman, excellent handyman, and gunner. He is going to man the 88, and we are going to start firing. Funnel smoke, that's all you have targeted. Let me get on the gun. Let's take a look through the sights. Who knows how far out he is. There we go. Open fire. That was probably too much. Reduce elevation. There we go. That was short. Probably need to get a little bit closer. Fire another round. That looked good. It went over though. We were bouncing like crazy. Well, we'll fire those few warning shots across the bow. There's no way this oiler is moving more than 18 knots. We should be able to move up alongside or get close so it's easy to hit. I suppose I could have Hoffman and company begin targeting the ship. Open fire. Hey, that was actually pretty good. Getting a lot closer than I was. Just change course slightly. And I think, did he just hit them? It's very possible he did. Hoffman is got an amazing eye because he just hit the target. There we go. Another hit right in the stern there. He is putting in work. Okay, much better deck gunner than I am. Well, lesson learned. Let Hoffman do it. Another impact on the stern. The deck gun is putting in work. The ship is already taking on significant water from the stern. If anything, I can order Hoffman to hold his fire. Let's send another round her way. I do wish I could assign additional sailors here. Just one guy on the 88 does look a little odd, doesn't it? Okay, hold fire. Let's have Weber here. Come here. Start moving shells to the deck gun. Transfer more. Yes, get to work. And let's slow the boat down. I'll head 1/3, or 2/3, excuse me. Slow up. There she is. Ah, Canadian, it looks like. Of course, taking on water. Are they abandoning ship? I don't see any life rafts in the water. Oh, yep, lifeboats are in the water. They have abandoned ship. It looks like, there we go, she is sinking. There we go, and she is going down. Okay. Let's move in and interact with these guys. We're gonna drop off some food. Throw them some canned bread or something. Investigate the wreckage. I doubt they have anything too good. And then we will be on our way. Thankfully, the Tommies haven't sent any more aircraft our way, so that has been nice. Things have been rather pleasant. That's another 7,000 tons add to our tally. U-48 has pulled up alongside the life rafts. Well, let's take a look at the wreckage. We got some lumber, preserved pork replacement parts. I'm actually going to load those onto the boat. If we can get some scraps that may help us repair the boat in the future, that would be great since so much has started to break down. Just have some of our guys fish that out of the water. The lumber and stuff, we're not going to take, of course. Not really useful. What else? Let's click on the wreckage. Medkits. Okay, let's grab one medkit. That is going to take 20 seconds. We can also use some time compression here to get that over with a little quicker. Okay, and now let's interact with the life rafts. 9 survivors. Let's give them some supply. What do we have? Just some bread. Actually cancel that. The canned bread is probably better for their current condition. Let's send that over, and you are welcome. All right. Some bread for the survivors, some stuff fished out of the water for our boat. Mostly stuff we needed. How many? Yeah, 1 med kit. All right, move that over there. U-48 is going to get on her merry way, and we are going to continue to patrol these waters for another day or so before returning home to Wilhelmshaven. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.